Good morning. Hope you all are keeping well and studying nicely, isn't it? I would like to ask you one question. And my question is, what is your daily routine? I know your answer will be, you wake up early in the morning, you get fresh, you have your breakfast, then you attend your online school classes. After that, you have your lunch. Then you sit and complete your school homeworks and assignments. Do some art and craft activities. You might be also helping your elderly people at home, isn't it? Then you play some indoor games. You watch TV, and in the night you have your dinner and you go to bed. Am I correct? This is your daily routine, isn't it? Follow this timetable. Today we are going to learn a new poem and it's related to time. Do you know what its name is? Its name is Time for Everything. Okay, children, as you all know that time means a significant role in our lives. If you better understand the time value, then it can gain experience and develop skills over time. Time value is most important in life. Everyone has to respect and understand the time value because time can gain everything. You know, children, time management is most important for students to get high marks. To manage time efficiently leads to success in life of students. The habits and morals they acquire during school time and home will stick with them throughout their life. Okay, that's why time is very important. Since the name of the poet is not mentioned below the poem, so we can say it that it is written by anonymous. When no name is mentioned, we can write it as anonymous. Children, let's recite the poem. Poem number 9, Time for Everything. There's a time to run and a time to walk. There's a time for silence, a time for talk. There's a time for work and a time for play. There's a time for sleep at the close of day. There's a time for everything you do, for children and for grown-ups too. A time to stand up and a time to sit. But see that the time and actions fit. Children, listen carefully for the explanation of the poem. Let's begin with the first line. The first line of your poem is, there's a time to run and a time to walk. It means, for example, if you take part in an athletic competition, what you will do, children? You will run, isn't it? Because it's time for you to run and win the game. There's a time to walk. When your mummy tell you to bring something, you will walk and go and bring that thing, isn't it? Every time you will not run. As per the time demands, you will run or you will walk, isn't it? That you have to decide according to the situation. So, you manage your actions of running and walking according to the time and situation. Your poem is, there's a time for silence, a time for talk. Means, children, when you visit the doctor or when you go to the library, what you do? You keep silence, isn't it? You keep quiet. But when you are having fun time with your friends or with your family, what you do? You talk, you exchange your thoughts. That means all your actions has to be done or plan out accordingly, according to the time and situation. Let's begin with line number 3, and it is, there's a time for work and a time for play. It means everything has its own time. If you work at the right time, that is, what is your work? To study, to complete your homework, isn't it? Presently, your work is also to watch the videos, isn't it? So if you complete your all the schoolwork at the right time, then during the time of exams, it will be very easy for you to answer the question paper, isn't it? So it's a proper time for work. Every day you have to sit for your studies, isn't it? And also there is a time for play. Once your work is complete, naturally you have a good time for play. Okay, not only you children, but also the grown-ups, the elderly people who are there at home, like your mummy, your papa, your grandpa, your grandmother, even they too have to do their work on time, isn't it? They also, you observe them, they also complete their work on time. So there is a time for work and a time for play. For children, it's play, and for elderly people, it's the time for relaxing. Okay, they watch TV, isn't it? Now, children, let's begin with line number 4. There's a time for sleep at the close of the day. It's your favorite time, isn't it, children? At the close of the day means at the end of the day. Children, we go to sleep at the end of the day, in the night. So even to go to bed, there's a proper time. Not only we children, but all the living creatures on this earth are following the rules of time that is made by God. That is sunrise and sunset. For example, to wake up, to study, to eat, each and every actions we perform has to be done on a proper time, isn't it? Line number 5 is, there's a time for everything you do. This is the real message that the poet wants to convey to all of us, especially you, that there is a time for everything in life, but you have to respect and follow the norms, the rules of time. Then only you can achieve a great success in life. 7 is for children and grown-ups too. So children, these rules of time are not only set up for you, but also for the grown-ups. Grown-ups means elderly people. Both children and grown-ups have to follow or set a proper timetable for themselves. Okay, so everyone has to follow the rules of time. 8 is a time to stand and a time to sit. It means, children, while saying our assembly prayers, we are not allowed to sit and recite the prayers like national anthem or our pledge. What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to stand up and respect, isn't it? But When the teacher is explaining you something in the class, what you are supposed to do? Yes, you have to sit down and listen to her explanations nicely. And when she asks you some question, what you have to do? You have to stand up and give the answer. So, there is a proper time to stand up and a proper time to sit. Your poem is, but see the time and actions fit. Basically, children, you have to do the right thing at the right time. Here the poet wants to convey the message that every small little action of yours should be done at the appropriate time. That's why it is said, time is precious, time is money, and so on. All have understood today's poem. I expect that you all will watch this video carefully and open to your textbooks page number 20, poem number 9 and learn the poem by heart, and also try to learn the meanings of the new words. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.